as we keep going, there's more and more transfer news coming up. Yeah, not the big deals that we know, like the ones that we need for the first team now. And Manchester United fans are already getting panicky about it. Preseason training and everything has started already. A lot of players have returned this week too already of preseason. And next week, we're going to start preseason. Everybody's in panic mode and all of that. But Manchester United keep doing like some of these deals. And we brought this to you like a couple of months ago. Manchester United finally signed a young player. And then, from Le Havre, and basically I broke it to you from, I think it was from Fabrizio Romano or something, and then now we've finally, come up with, the actual information as to what happened with that deal and all that. So I'm going to try to read this straight off the Manchester United website and then kind of give you my thoughts or break it down to you as I've written it down. But welcome to Manchester United. Welcome to United Talks Podcast, another, episode of United Talks Podcast. I mean, this is your home for all things Manchester United, from major signings to, quieter strategic moves that are reshaping the future. And, it's not just about, those 70 million blockbuster transfer deals. It's just about making smart long-term movements and long-term investments. Manchester United have just, basically completed the signing of exciting forward Enzo Kana-Biyik. Now, last season, the French youth international scored 9 goals in 18 games for the Le Havre under 19 team and earned a place on the bench for the first team on 2 occasions for Le Havre. Following the signing of his contract, the emerging talent has secured a loan switch to Swiss Super League side, Lausanne-Sport. Now, everyone at United would like to welcome Enzo to the club and wish him very best of luck on his loan. Now, we're just going to break it down, give you my thoughts, tell you about who he is and how we can and why we decided to go for him. He's 18 years of age, basically, and he is basically in the ilk of Chido Obi and stuff, right? And he's the kind of player that you would like to have in your team if he does well. Going to Lausanne-Sport is going to go and get experience from the first team. So Manchester United completed the signing, and he's already been loaned out to Lausanne-Sport in Swiss League, the Swiss League side, Swiss League Super League. Now, so what is the big deal? Why Manchester? Why is this transfer important? That's the question. And how does this move fit into United's long-term strategy under INEOS? Let's kind of break it down and give you some of our thoughts and all of that. We'll first start with who he is. We're going to talk about why we had to send him to Lausanne-Sport, and then just the long-term strategy and why this approach matters and the big picture in everything, and then we'll just do a final kind of roundup or a summary of everything. So Lausanne-Sport is actually an INEOS-owned club, and basically Lausanne-Sport is going to be a good opportunity for Manchester United to kind of use as a feeder team for the young boys who want to get valuable first team experience and build momentum as they grow. And then when they come back to Manchester United, it will be a good opportunity for them to be fed straight into the first team. Now, who is Enzo Kana-Biyik? Enzo Kana-Biyik is an 18-year-old French youth international, previously at Le Havre and one of France's most respected talent incubators. That's Le Havre, right? And obviously, if you remember, we got Paul Pogba from Le Havre. Last season, he scored 9 goals in 18 appearances, as I said, for the under-19s, and he was called up to the first team bench 2 times. Another news that we have basically around Enzo Kana-Biyik is the fact that he's been called up to the French youth, the French youth Cup, European Cup or something, The Athletic actually reported that Manchester United signed the teenage forward after leaving Ligue 1 side Le Havre as a free agent. United will also pay the French club a FIFA compensation scheme fee, usually a couple of thousand pounds, calculated on his club and level. Right now, the French youth international will spend next season on loan at Swiss Super League side Lausanne-Sport, who finished 5th in the league last season and are also owned by INEOS. Kana-Biyik, 18, made 16 appearances for Ligue 1's Le Havre under 19 and in the 2024-25 campaign. registering 9 goals and 1 assist. His performance carried him to two senior match day squad inclusions, but he remained on the bench and is yet to make his senior debut. Kana-Biyik made his debut for France's under-18 side in March and has made 7 appearances since then. So, if we're going to talk about who, still continuing on who Enzo Kana-Biyik is, last season, as I said, Kana-Biyik also is a versatile forward, strong, pacey, and instinctive in front of goal. He plays with the energy and the unpredictability you often see in French attackers who develop in League 2 academies, similar to the early stages of players like Rondo Kolomoani and Marcus Thuram. And then the Lausanne-Sport strategic move for Manchester United is one that is very interesting, Shortly after putting pen to paper, Kana-Biyik was immediately loaned out to Lausanne-Sport, a club in the Swiss Super League. And why Lausanne-Sport? Because they are part of the INEOS football family, the same INEOS group that now controls the football operations of Manchester United. And this is a multi-club strategy in motion. I mean, if other people can do it and get away with it, why don't we? I mean, with Man City and the club they have in Spain and all of that. Now, this allows United to give, the reason why we had to send him to Lausanne-Sport is that it allows United to give immediate senior senior football experience, and to keep him within the ecosystem where development can be monitored closely. Because Man United are moving away from just basically scouts and stuff to proper, pure data analytics, right? And gradually, and the third reason why we sent him to Lausanne-Sport is to gradually raise his level without the pressure cooker of English football, which usually gets to people most times. And then with the bigger picture, because we tend to always forget the bigger picture, why we sign young players like that. This isn't just a one-off. This signing is another piece of bigger puzzle, a bigger vision unfolding at United. One that actually prioritizes smart early recruitment of emerging stars. Now let's look at the pattern. Basically, United beat several clubs to Harley M. St. James, as I brought to you in the previous video. A highly rated defender from Southampton. They've also secured Diogo Leon, an exciting Paraguayan wing back, 18 years of age as well. They've renewed deals for prospects like JJ Gabriel and Jaden Gwashi, as I said earlier, and recently appointed Jonny Evans as head of loans and pathways to kind of smoothen the pathway between the academy and the first team. A move aimed at guiding these players' journeys with care and experience. I mean, Jonny Evans is one of the players that you can actually look at and say, okay, in this club he has moved up the ranks, gone away, come back, still play for the club, and achieved great things and win trophies. All of this under the watchful eye of Jason Wilcox, who is leading a reboot of our youth recruitment model. Now, why this approach matters is that this is just the building of a sustainable, world-class squad, not just for now, but also for 5-10 years from now. Not every signing has, to be 60 million, a 60 million pound gamble, or sometimes the real win is identifying the future gem as Jim Ratcliffe has said from beginning. We have to find the next Mbappe and all of that, even though Mbappe is out of form now. Basically catching those future gems at 18 and giving them the right exposure, coaching and development. And this is, what clubs like Benfica, Salzburg and Ajax have mastered, and United under INEOS are finally catching up. And that's the positive from this. So while fans might also be refreshing, their X accounts and pages and the news for updates on Brian Mbeumo, wondering, what's going on with Rashford, Sancho, Anthony, Tyrell Malacia, Garnacho, and the rest, the club is quietly stacking talent behind the scenes. Now, to close this out, basically to just kind of round this all up, Enzo Kana-Biyik is just 18. I think I've talked about him having some football history in his family. I think his brother still plays, his uncle and his dad played for Cameroon, but this transfer also reflects something far greater than a simple youth signing. It's a statement. Manchester United are taking youth development seriously again. It's structured, deliberate, and future-focused, right? That's basically why we're doing this. And if Kana-Biyik grows into the player who United believe he can be, we might just be talking about him leading the line at Old Trafford one day, probably next season. not as a random signing, but also as a product of a rebuilt academy and a smarter club model. Now, that's basically it for this episode. I would love to give a player profile and just give you full details, but I did that in some videos a couple months ago when Manchester United, when this signing was already done, but we just had to, do the picture taking and all of that. But I would have probably done a deeper player profile video, but no, let's not do that until this guy gets to play, and then we can watch him with our eyes, and then we do player profile and do the eye test. But yeah, that's pretty much what we have for you today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as relates to Manchester United. Also, do not miss out on anything as regards to Man United. I know that there's not so much news now, but I just want to encourage you fans. Basically, just be patient, and whatever happens, happens. The truth is, Man United are working, and I'm just trying to be positive. And thank you so much for helping us reach great milestones, right? Until next time, as always, let's keep pushing, let's keep our powders dry and be positive. And also don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Please do, so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.